Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Becca, and on this channel I am reacting my way through eating disorder recovery alongside complex chronic illness, one video at a time, in an effort to help one or more of you on the other side of the screen feel either more understood, less alone, or to give you something to learn or laugh about. And if any of those things can happen, that is mission accomplished and is a huge blessing for me. And I'm so excited to continue our dive into Angelina Jordan's EP, Old Enough. We are now to the song Good in Goodbyes, which is the penultimate song on the EP. So I'm really eager to just get into this. I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to take our breath and start this reaction. All right, nervous system, somewhat regulated. I'm kind of excited though, so not all that regulated. Angelina Jordan, Good in Goodbyes. Let's do this.
You have me so
Okay, I don't want to miss the very beginning of that there. That though, that crescendo there right before she started singing, it started off very muted. The instrumental started off muted and very low, and I almost checked my volume to make sure it was turned up, and it was, because then there was that crescendo there, but that crescendo there almost reminded me of part of the song of Final Countdown. I doubt that was intentional, but yeah, if you saw me smiling a little bit, that's what was coming to mind. Let's take it back a little bit to make sure I'm not cutting her off, but I'm already loving this. I'm already loving the vibe.
You have me so didn't listen to my gut, tell me no. Cause your eyes are so slum beautiful. You got up in my mental, play me like a fiddle, riddles. But now I see that you never meant no good for me. You're the devil with angel wings, behind me like a shadow. I'm going up the ladder, I met her. My light is shining as bright as the sun. I don't do darkness, so you cannot come with me. Not sorry.
Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. I had to pause it. There's too much there. There's too much there. Let's talk about it. Okay, so we have talked a lot about her voice and how wonderful it is. All of the different ways that she can twist it, all of the different things that she can do with her range, with her pronunciation, with her intonation, with her timbre, with just her projection. We've talked about her voice at length. One thing that I've only really started picking up on in a couple of these songs on the EP, and it seems like it's happening more with each song that I get into, so I'm really excited to get through this song and to the last one, but her ability to put together rhyme schemes, including internal rhyme schemes and some multisyllabic rhyme schemes here, is very much present. It is very much impressive, and would that be impressive? Impressant. That's now a word because I said it and I made it up. There you go, lexicographer. Not really, I wish. But I wanted to mention that before we dig into this because it's something, again, that I said we haven't really talked a whole lot about, even though it's come up in a couple of the songs on the EP so far, and she just keeps impressing me more and more with that. And it's hard sometimes to tap into that when you're a more melodic, in general, more melodic singer, or at least a lot of the songs you do have that more melodic feel. So the fact that she's able to do that without it being like hip-hop or rap is, I don't know, I just love it. It's just really impressive to me. Like I said, impressant. We're going with that. Please forgive me, friends. But the lyrics here, again, so powerful and raw and emotional and vulnerable. She says, "You had me sold, didn't listen to my gut tell me no, 'cause your eyes were so slum beautiful. You got up in my mental, played me like a fiddle, riddles." So let's talk about those first two lines really quickly. You had me sold, didn't listen to my gut tell me no. So like you sold me on this concept of you, or this concept of love, or whatever this love imagery is that she is talking about throughout this EP, whether it is love as a concept, as an intangible idea, or whether it's a specific person, as it has been the case with every single song here. We don't know for sure, and I think it's intentional because she's leaving it up to interpretation to whoever is listening to it at whatever point in time. But she's saying, you had me sold and I bought your lies because my gut was telling me no, but I didn't listen to it. And I'm a firm believer in gut feelings. If they're really strong, it's usually best to heed those feelings. My gut feelings have never led me astray. It's when I have ignored them that things have gone horribly wrong and not according to plan and not in any way like I thought they were going to. So I love that she's saying, you had me sold so much that I didn't listen to my gut that was telling me, nope, don't do this. It was telling me no, but I didn't listen to it because your eyes were so slum beautiful. And that has to be, I was not expecting an Outcast reference. I was not expecting a reference to Outcast in Angelina Jordan. And my heart is so happy and is smiling so much with that because their song, Slum Beautiful, is about a man who falls in love with a beautiful woman who lives in the slums. And I was not expecting an Outcast reference in Angelina Jordan. She continues to surprise me. That's all I'm saying. She continues to surprise me. She continues to add more things that I'm not necessarily expecting that just show her depth and the depth to which she has studied music of so many different genres, so many different artists, and has incorporated a lot of the different things that she has learned into her own delivery, into her own lyrics, into her own style. And of course, as we've said before, she has made it this entire cohesive, unique thing that is just her, even though there are these call-outs to some other people. And I was not expecting a Slum Beautiful Outcast reference there, so that made my heart smile for sure. And then I love those next two lines there, and that's where the rhymes really started hitting my brain, because he said, you got up in my mental, played me like a fiddle, riddles. So there's the mental, fiddle, riddle. So you got up in my head, you got in my mind here, you sold me on your lies, didn't listen to my gut because you got me up in my head, and then you were playing me like a fiddle. So like you knew what to do, you knew what to say to continue to keep me here, to continue to get me to fall for your lies that you sold me on, to get me to continue to ignore my gut feeling that is actually telling me, nope, this is not the best thing here. And then I love that she adds that riddles on there. There was a little pause. It was hardly discernible, but it was there between played me like a fiddle, riddle. So there was a slight pause, almost a breath there, but again, not very discernible, just enough to where it added a little bit of space and a little bit of more depth and power to that line. She's saying, you played me like a fiddle with all your riddles that you had going up in my mental. You were in my mind, you were feeding me all these riddles, all these lies, playing all these games and leading me to places that my gut knew not to go, but you were up in my head, and I ended up listening to my head that you were in instead of my gut that was telling me no. All right, take it back a little bit and keep it going, as always.
You got up in my mental, play me like a fiddle, riddles. But now I see that you never meant no good for me. You're the devil with angel wings, behind me like a shadow. I'm going up the ladder, I met her. My light is shining as bright as the sun. I don't do darkness, so you cannot come with me. Not sorry. Gonna shine like the night sky, free bird learning to fly. That's a good and goodbye. Yeah. Right now is the right time. Got the skies to read mine. That's a good and goodbye. Oh yeah. That's a good and goodbye. It hurts sometimes when they push you on the edge of your mind, where comparison will rob you.
Okay, let's talk about those lines before we keep going on. I want to say she's really impressing me with the rhythms and the flows that she's incorporating into this song. It's not something that I've heard quite this much from her before, and she clearly is doing it extremely well. So I'm loving it, and it's super catchy, and again, my jaws are hurting because I cannot stop smiling. I guess it's really just one jaw. You have one jaw, even though it's on both sides, but regardless. Hurting because I can't stop smiling, but let's talk about those words. She said, but now I see that you never meant no good for me. You're the devil with angel wings, behind me like a shadow. I'm going up the ladder, I matter. Again, we've got a little bit of that space between ladder and matter, just like we did on fiddles and riddles, and again, lights up my brain when that kind of stuff happens. I geek out over it. But then she continues to say, my light is shining bright as the sun. I don't do darkness, so you cannot come with me, not sorry. So again, these internal rhymes that we are seeing here, I think in this song, of all the ones that I've done with her so far, this is the one where they've been the most evident. And it's like, but now I see that you never meant no good for me. You're the devil with angel wings. So those meanings there, before we get further into the rhymes, she's now able to see her gut feeling that she had ignored. Her eyes are open now, and now she can see that this person, or this concept of love that she was holding on to, whatever this thing is here that she's talking about, it was never actually good for her, and she should have listened to her gut feeling. You're the devil with angel wings, meaning you're actually a devil here, but you tried to put on this suit and pretend that you're an angel, but you are actually a devil in my life. You are actually a demon in my life. You are actually a stealer, a killer, and a destroyer in my life, trying to masquerade as an angel, a bringer of light, someone who is there to help and to care and to hope. And that's a powerful analogy, especially when she carries it on to behind me like a shadow. So the devil with angel wings. It also is kind of like reminding me of, like, the devil and angel on the shoulder, like the good versus evil imagery that you see in like cartoons a lot of times. You've got the devil with angel wings behind you like a shadow. It's like they're casting this darkness on you. This devil is trying to cast this darkness on you, is put on these false angel wings that might be casting this shade. And shade has come up in some of her other songs as well on this EP earlier. So again, she keeps weaving multiple different themes and words and threads throughout this EP that is just so, like, it's a thread that does not disconnect because it goes through all of them seamlessly. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And then again, like we talked about that fiddle and riddle line, we have that I'm going up the ladder. I matter. My light is shining as bright as the sun, which she's like, okay, I'm reclaiming this now. I'm not in your shadow anymore. I'm not in the shade of your words. I'm going up the ladder because I matter. Because I matter. You told me I was a waste of time. You told me I was a mistake, but I matter. I'm going up the ladder. Oh, she's getting heated. Ooh. Can you tell I'm getting a little overheated here? It's not just from my life. It's because she is getting my blood pumping with this song and with that power. Goodness gracious, girl. My light is shining as bright as the sun. I don't do darkness, so you cannot come with me, not sorry. And what I wanted to remark on as far as the rhyme goes there is the my light is shining as bright as the sun. I don't do darkness, so you cannot come with me. The end of the line is actually with me, but the way that cadence kind of flows, the sun fits at the same place in the rhyme as the word come does in the next line. So it's like, my light is shining as bright as the sun. I don't do darkness, so you cannot come with me. Not sorry. So she's like, I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing for this. I'm not apologizing for taking my life, going up the ladder, because I matter. I matter. I'm not a mistake. I matter. And you cannot come with me because I'm shining brightly and I am done with your darkness. I do not do darkness anymore. And I love that she just ended that with not sorry. And of course, her voice on all of this is just filling up my room here as I've got it playing, but like filling up the metaphorical space in the air. You can just hear the fullness and the presence and the determination and power and independence that she is reclaiming her life back with these lines and with this song. It's just so good. It's, again, just so good. And then she continues that metaphor by saying, gonna shine like the night sky, free bird learning to fly. That's the good and goodbye, yeah. Right now is the right time. Got the scars to remind. That's the good and goodbye. Oh yeah, that's the good in goodbye. So I think what she's saying here, she's talked about being brighter. She is claiming that light. She is letting herself shine brightly now. So she is going to shine like the night sky, which is a good juxtaposition there because the night sky is very dark. And in a previous song, she talked about holding on to this love and feeling like she's in this cold and darkness. And maybe this was in Fire and Rain, I think. Maybe. I'm getting them all mixed up now because the threads that she's weaving throughout are overlapping. But she was talking about how if she was trying to find this love or find this person or whatever, all she'd have to do is look for her northern light because it's someone she carries with her all the time. So she's like, got that night sky imagery where the night sky is dark, but she's going to be the light. Maybe she's going to turn into her own northern light. Maybe she's just going to illuminate the darkness, illuminate the night sky. Free bird learning to fly after that. I mean, just symbolizing that free, breaking free, flying my own wings out of your fake angel wings, you demon. I'm a free bird. That has to be a Nelly Furtado reference, doesn't it? I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. Hold on! Angelina talked about love and soul and home. And I think the first song on this EP, Love Don't Let Me Go, is that the one that it was in? She talked... Oh my goodness! Is that a Nelly Furtado reference that was like, they're just strung throughout the beginning of this whole freaking EP until this penultimate song? Is that... Oh my goodness! I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. But baby, all I need for you to know is... Oh my goodness! I'm done. As if. Nowhere near done. Oh man, though, are you kidding me? We got an Outcast reference and likely a Nelly Furtado reference. Holy guacamole. My goodness, girl, you impress the heck out of me. And then the line, that's the good and goodbye. I think that what she's saying here is that, you know, it can be painful to let go of that love that, especially at the beginning of the EP, she's like, you know, love, don't let me go. It can be painful to separate from that idea of love, from the person, from, again, whatever direction this is intended to be taken. That can be so painful, but the good part of that goodbye, of that separation, of that disconnection is that she can finally fly. She can finally let her own light shine. She can finally not have to be hiding in this dark shadow anymore. That is the good in goodbye. Goodbyes are hard, goodbyes are very difficult, but the good that can come from them, especially if it's a situation that was not ideal, is that you can reclaim your life, you can reclaim your light, and you can shine and fly freer than you've ever been before. And that is just such a great metaphor, I think. It's just a great metaphor. And she continues the metaphor talking about right now is the right time. She's like, not wasting any more time, it's right now. And that kind of reminds me, like, I when I was dealing with my eating disorder relapse when it first started, and I had said this line, I'm like, you know what, it's now or never. And I'm like, nope, it's not now or never. Take off that or never. It's now, because it has to be now. Recovery has to be now. So she's like, right now is the right time. I'm not going to wait anymore. This is the time that I'm doing this. This is the time I'm claiming my life. This is the time I'm reclaiming my light. This is the time. Right now is the time. And she then says, I've got the scars to remind. So she's not saying the pain isn't there anymore. She's got the scars to remind her of the pain that was caused, specifically on her heart. I'm assuming here the pain that was emotionally caused, the scars that are there emotionally and mentally. But that is not holding her back anymore, because now is the right time. Right now is the right time. That's the good and goodbye. I've got these scars to remind me, but I'm reclaiming my life right now. And that is the good that is coming from what could have been a very painful goodbye. I'm going to focus on the good part of that. Say bye to you. I'm focusing on the good, and that's the good in goodbye. Oh my gosh, this is so smart. This is so smart. Okay, let's keep it going. I'm speechless. Let's keep it going. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Speechless. Sorry for that.
It hurts sometimes when they push you on the edge of your mind, where comparison will walk you blind. Got you feeling all empty, wondering if you're worthy. It's crazy, cause you are pure light, and your differences were made by design. No mistaking love is on your side. Sometimes you gotta move on, even if it hurts you, be strong. Your light is shining as bright as the sun. You cannot come with me, not sorry. Woo! Gonna shine like the night sky, free bird learning to fly. That's a good and goodbye. Yeah, right now is the right time. Got the skies to rewind.
gave me strength. That gave me strength, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, let me calm down and then let's chat. This is amazing. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. My goodness. I resonated so hard with a lot of those lines that she was saying there. So after that, it's the good and goodbye. The first time she said, it hurts sometimes when they push you on the edge of your mind where comparison will rob you blind, got you feeling all empty, wondering if you're worthy. It's crazy, much like the fiddle and riddle and ladder and I matter, that worthy and it's crazy had that little pause in there that just, again, added a layer of depth, added a layer of intricacy that makes it land even more powerfully. But she's speaking truth here. It does hurt sometimes when they really push you on the edge of your mind, when you feel like you are just being pushed to your limits, you feel like you are going crazy and losing your daggone mind because they are just pushing you. And it hurts so much to be pushed to that limit when you know that it's not good for you. You know that it's not right. You know that gut feeling is telling you no, but they're still doing it to you. They're still managing to get in there because they can channel that comparison. And when you're at the edge of your mind, she says comparison will rob you blind. That's exactly what will happen when you're at the edge of your mind, because comparison is the number one killer of joy, of peace, of gratitude, of contentment, of anything else like that in life. Comparison will steal that. Comparison has no mercy. It takes no prisoners. It will destroy you. It will just destroy you. And it will make you feel completely empty because you don't feel like you're adequate enough. It'll have you wondering if you're worthy. And I like that she adds, it's crazy at the end of that, because it really is. We've got the imagery of being on the edge of your mind, and I don't necessarily love to use the word crazy in a colloquial manner, but I think you guys, if you've been here long enough, you know that I'm not saying this in a cavalier way. So it'll push you on the edge of your mind, like almost to the edge of your sanity. Then at the bottom of that section there says it's crazy. It'll make you feel, or it'll keep you wondering if you're worthy. It's crazy. It is really crazy that comparison, the trap of comparison can really put you on the edge of your mind, and then can make you doubt everything that you knew about yourself. Even if you thought that you had a good idea, you felt strong, you felt confident, you felt these things at any given point in time. When you get stuck in that comparison and they push you to that edge, to that brink, it's really hard not to just feel this overwhelming emptiness and then start wondering if you're worthy. And that is really a crazy thing that happens. It is a messed up thing that happens as a result of living in this world and this society and these things just attacking your mind. And I love that she is shining a light on that. And that kind of goes right into her very next line, which says, "'Cause you are pure light and your differences were made by design. No mistaking love is on your side. Sometimes you gotta move on, even if it hurts you, be strong. Your light is shining bright as a star. We don't do darkness, so you cannot come with me, not sorry." So I wanted to read all of that at one time there instead of just doing like 3 lines at a time, because I love here, it sounds like she is not only talking about herself and to this either person or this concept of love there. She's not just talking about that. It sounds like she is addressing other people now who also have been in a similar position. So she's saying, because you are pure light. You are actually pure light. Don't let the darkness that is trying to overwhelm you fool you, because you are actually pure light. Your differences, the things that you're getting down on yourself about because you're caught up in comparison, those were made intentionally. Those were made by design. You were created with a purpose. You were created in exactly the way that God wanted you to be created. You were created with your features. You were created with your personality. You were created exactly the way that you were supposed to be created. And therefore you are pure light, because no one else can be you. How cool is that? No one else can be you. Your differences, the things that you pick apart, the things that you hate about yourself, were intentionally made with care, with love, and by design. And that is a powerful truth to cling to if you're able to channel it and hold on to it. And I'm so glad that she's bringing that up here. And I love that she's saying no mistaking love is on your side at the end of that, because when you were made by design like that, there is no mistaking. You were made with love. Your light that's radiating, that you might not see, but it is radiating, that is also a form of love. So oh man, that's energizing. It's getting me, man. It's getting me. Whew. okay, let's finish this out. Sometimes you gotta move on, even if it hurts you, be strong. So she's talked about a few different times in some of her other songs on this EP, the pain will make her stronger. She'll get stronger from the pain. She's getting stronger every day. Now we've got this, sometimes you gotta move on, even if it hurts you, be strong. So that pain, it's gonna hurt you, but keep holding on, because you are bright. You do have a light. You have all of these differences about you that are wonderful, that are intentionally and beautifully and fearfully and wonderfully made and created. And your light is shining bright as a star, she goes on to say next. But sometimes you just got to move on, and it hurts. It can really hurt to have to move on, to say goodbye. But even if it hurts you, be strong, because that could be the good. It could be the good in goodbye. If you can hold on and be strong and say that goodbye and move on, you could finally feel that goodness that you've struggled to feel, that you've struggled to connect to. And oh my goodness, the emotional depth that she has at the age that she is, I could only dream. I could only dream of being that emotionally mature at that age. Like, seriously. I love that she is repeating sort of the same lines, but also continuing to add this perspective of like talking to another person on here. So there's the, your light is shining bright as a star. She was talking about her light shining. Now she's saying, your light is shining as bright as a star. We don't do darkness. So not just I don't do darkness, but we don't do darkness. So you cannot come with me. Not sorry. So she's kind of saying, I don't think she's saying, so you cannot come with me, to the other person. She's saying shines as bright as a star, but she's like, we don't do darkness. And then back to this concept of love, or this other person who has been harmed, who is the goodbye. You cannot come with us. We don't do darkness anymore. Not sorry. Not sorry about that. You can't come with us. We're shining. We're shining bright. We're shining bright like diamonds. Holy crap. The last song on this album is called Diamond. Haven't listened to it yet. Are we going to get some Rihanna references in there though? We'll see. But then she goes back again to the come and shine like the night sky. So come with me and shine like the night sky. Together we can be these bright lights that are illuminating this darkness. Free bird learning to fly. We already talked about that again. That's the good and goodbye. And she repeats, right now is the right time. Got the scars to remind. That's the good and goodbye. And then, oh my gosh, I couldn't contain myself with the next part. I couldn't contain myself, because she's saying, I know that I am meant to be. I know that I am meant to be. It's written in my destiny. I am meant to be bright. I am meant to be free. I am meant to fly. It's written in my destiny, and the rest is her story. So I love that twist on history, and I love that she emphasizes that in the next line, because the way she kind of delivers it the first time, she says, and the rest is her story. So like that history is the cadence that she's saying there, but in the next line, her story. Yeah. So oh my goodness. I know that I'm meant to be. It's written in my destiny. You can't keep me down anymore. Nope. You stay in the darkness. I'm here in the light. This was written in my destiny. This is my story. This is her story. And then repeating that sentiment with, I know that you were meant to be. So she said it to herself. I know that I am meant to be. Now she's saying it again to the other people who were trying to relate to this. I know that you were meant to be. And I'm saying this to you on the other side of the screen. I know that you were meant to be exactly how you are, exactly how you were created, exactly how you're made with all of these differences. I know that you were meant to be. It is written in your destiny, and the rest is her story. Yeah, her story. And then just continues with the outro. That's the good and goodbye. That's the good and goodbye. My goodness. That was such a powerful ending, both for herself and in kind of helping others channel that same power. So I like that she took both perspectives there, and that her story, she's like, you don't get to write my story for me. I'm writing my story for me. I was created with a purpose. I was created with intention. I was meant to be. It's written in my destiny. Before I was created, I was meant to be. You were meant to be, and you are a light in this world. You are pure light. And sometimes you can only find that light by letting go of the things that you don't realize necessarily are holding you back or keeping you in the darkness. But once you do realize it, it can be hard to sever those ties. But if you do, you might just get to the good. And that's the good and goodbye. Bravo. Bravo. That was special. Wow, that was really special. I'm out of words. That was powerful. That was special. Of course, her voice just added to it all, her different dynamics, the different tones that she was using. It was just all so wonderful. But that message is what really I'm taking from this. That message is what I'm taking from this most, because it's also one that I want to impart to you. You were meant to be just as you are. You are pure light, even if you feel like you're in darkness. And friends, as always, please, please be gentle with yourselves. Give yourselves grace. You deserve it. This world needs you and your light. And I can't wait to see you in the next video.